Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Advancement Center and the world beyond magic and miracles, where this amazing setting we're in is constantly changing today. And it's so fitting as these new colors that we're bringing in, these everything that's new in the new world is so beautifully showing here today. So welcome, as once again you join me as I dive off the diving board into the unknown, through the stars, through the outer reaches of the universe. No one knows where we're going to go until we get there. So welcome once again. It seems every week the words come a little bit, just come a little bit slower, because I feel like the words for me are still catching up with these incredible new experiences, new feelings. But what I do want to share is the happiness that is just growing bigger by the moment in my own life. And I just had the great good fortune to celebrate my birthday here this past Sunday with my galactic family. And it was one of the most glorious birthday celebrations I can remember. Not that I remember any of them, but I know I've had a lot of fun, but this was extraordinary. And everything that has been transmitted this last little while about where we're going, how our new gifts, our gifts are showing, and so much more. As I said, there's just the words pale a bit at the moment, but the feelings, the laughter, it was amazing. And to be with your family, those that you know see you for who you really are, especially when you've always known you're not from here. Some of us may be in this physical form, but it's just a part of who we are. There's so much more. And when you've known that your entire existence, or most of your existence on planet Earth, and yet you really had no idea what you knew, because when your brain got in it, if you actually said it to anybody, they would tell you were crazy. But when you finally meet your family and they recognize you because they know you're not from here, and yet you're here too, it's the most amazing feeling. And so as our family has grown over the years, it's an experience that I don't recall, at least not having had here before. So far on my journey here on planet Earth, the laughter, the love, the mischievousness, the just incredible. And I'm just extending a big hug to everybody that was here in physical form and here in spirit to celebrate. And it continues. The celebration may seem like it's on one day, but it just continues. And it's so easy for the feelings to bubble up out of nowhere. You don't even necessarily know where they're coming from. You may have a moment of, oh my gosh, but it doesn't even matter. It's just the experience is exquisite. And on my birthday itself, speaking of exquisite, on the way in, I had the most incredible hawk visit as it came across the freeway in front of me, landed in the median. There's a very wide median, and I'm turned my head as I'm driving to see it, and before I get to it, just as quickly flies back the other way, right over my car, like in front actually of my car. It was maybe like at the height of the roof of my car and maybe 8 feet in front of me as I'm traveling down the road at 75, 80 miles an hour. It was rather amazing. It made me leak. But it felt like a big happy birthday wish. And more. It's again this. It's seen. It's being seen. It's seen. And when it's the wild ones, the wild animals, and you have this experience of, they're letting you into their world. It's such an honor for me. And it happens more and more frequently. And as we soar once again, way out past everything, and just explore in a way that's not even looking for anything. It's just an incredible way to just open your wings and fly. And what experiences come in, they just come in. And it's always a surprise. As you get a new feeling here, a new sensation there. And it can come from anywhere. It could come from someone as you're walking down the street. It can come from an animal. It can come from a being that's not even visible here and yet makes itself known to you. It could just be a feeling out of nowhere. As we continue this journey and fly, and it's a whole new world of exploration without exploring, just being present, connecting with our spirit and following our spirit wherever it may take us. And the more I have followed my signal over the years, as someone opened my eyes to following your signal, not your brain, it's so much easier. So the number of times in my life, it's infinite, that I've received a message I don't even know how to describe it. I can hear words, but it's not a voice. But it's telling me what to do next in a situation. And in the past, the mind would come in after, because that signal is a lot faster than the brain. And of course, my mind would come in and question it, like, what? And the more I've practiced just following my signal without questioning it, the more excitement is alive in my life. And what was even more exciting for me is having an experience with a young person I work with, sharing a similar story. And we got to talk about this concept of following your signal. And when I felt that he got it, it was like it was such an exhilarating moment, because it feels like one more step for this person towards his own freedom. Because the mind and the brain can be shackles as it speaks to you. And boy, it can really speak to you. It can just be nonstop chatter that back in the day used to feel like constant attack for me. But I don't feel that anymore. It's really changed. It's a lot more quiet. I can hear the signals a lot more clearly. And then there's the silence. Wow, I just realized that there's more silence in my life experience. Wow, that's fantastic. I just realized that. It's in that silence where it's so easy to soar and discover new things and go in different directions that you never thought you would ever go. Because you can. There's no limitations. There's infinite possibilities. And it just keeps going. And as I say these words, there's a big signal coming in right now that says very clearly, and there's so much more. And there's so much more. Oh my gosh, it's beyond exciting. And what's just come in, one of these elements of what's growing and what's in, and there's so much newness, is in these colors here on planet Earth. I've never seen so many colors, not just in nature now, even in the car industry. There's cars on the road that have paint colors. I mean, they're becoming standard paint colors. It's becoming a regular occurrence. I see a color in a car and I'm like, wow. It may not seem like a big thing, but it is a big thing. It's a confirmation of what we're bringing in. And as we're reminded about the fleet, it brings in a whole other level, because I know what's available, the technologies that are so advanced, the support that is unending. This is a new life. This is a life that's lived here on planet Earth, and yet you're actually not part of, how do I say it? You're in your own world, looked after as you're here on planet Earth, and all the things that go along with being physical. And at the same time, planet Earth itself is changing. So all of these things are happening simultaneously. But the harmony in all of it is growing. I hope this makes sense. I'm just saying it as it comes in. I just want to explode with expression of what I know and feel. And these words, this attempt to bring words to them, it's a very interesting feeling. So I'll just continue to transmit past the words, in between the words. What a beautiful life this is. And all I want, oh, there's a lot I want, but I want every being here on planet Earth to have this experience. It's divine. And anytime I get any indication from any being that a little spark has been lit and there's a huge smile on their face, and you can feel the bubbling up of joy and excitement, it's fantastic. And I just look forward to many, many more moments as the awareness of humanity grows into the spectacular new world. With harmony and the love that's here is like, it will be like being in the ocean. It will be all around you. We're just living it, breathing it, floating in it. So as you float through your experience of the new world, as you begin to have a flicker, a new flicker of awareness here and then there, just have the time of your life. We are all here supporting you in your journey as we go together down the rapids of this new world. So may you feel all the sparkles touching your face, bouncing off of everything, brightening the light, the colors, and off we go. So on that note, once again, it's such a great honor to be with you and to wish you all the most perfect life, perfect health, and magic future. Thank you.